Hey, what's up everybody? The Destroyer here, and I'm back with another cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.02 version 5.0.1. Today we'll be looking at a 3v3 on Dagorlad, which was played by myself, I believe. I was in this one. So yeah, let's take a look. Alright, so we got Destroyer as Mordor there. You'll notice a lot of these all these 5.0.1 casts, I think, will be in this zoom. I may not even bother zooming my game out, quite frankly, because 480 zoom seems actually pretty reasonable. I mean, I can see everything. It seems pretty good. This is the default zoom in this patch, so it's actually pretty nice. But anyway, we have bushit as Dwarves as my teammate, and my other teammate is Shrek, who is I forget. But he is Goblins. And there we have Tormund as Elves on the opposing team, and his partner IRaven as Isengard there. And then we have Laz Pacino as Isengard as well. So 2 Isens and a Elf versus a Mordor, a Dwarf, and a Goblin. I'm fairly certain I picked Mordor this game. I went random this day, and about 10 out of like 15 games, I kid you not, were all Dwarves. So it didn't seem very random, so I started picking. And quite frankly, in this patch, it shows your team when you, it reveals your random. So if you pick random, it'll show what team you are on the loading screen, which is a change that is... It's actually grown on me quite a bit. I like it, personally. But, yeah. I do like picking Mordor if I'm able to. I see no reason not to. So I'm going double Orc Pit, Orc Spam. Looks like my partner here, bushit, is going Dwarves. He's got these guys in a mine. Where is his forward mine, I wonder? What color is he on the menu? Pink? There it is. There's his forward mine. So we'll get him across the map quite quickly. And Isengard will have a issue dealing with that. Goblin's going for 3 goblin tunnels. Goblin caves, I mean. So he'll be having a heavy goblin spam output. And it looks like Raven is going for crossbows. Good choice for Isengard. Their crossbows are quite nice. Dwarves moving in on this Isengard, who is going for Wildmen. Wildmen definitely not as good as Guardians in a fight, but he's also going for Urkai, so he does have the stronger guys. And obviously he wasn't building his stuff according to Dwarves, but hopefully he has a rally call or a war chant, I hope, to deal with these Guardians. Otherwise they're going to be a while to kill, and he actually might lose his clan setting, it looks like. I'm pretty certain he will. It's gonna be close, actually. No, it's not. Laz Pacino, obviously Lazarus, manages to save the clan setting with no life because of the torch upgrades. Very good choice. And it looks like bushit's forward mine has been destroyed as well. So I'm beginning to send some hordes of orcs north a bit. Meanwhile, bushit is fighting near the outpost with Raven there. Jesus, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goblin caves from Shrek here. I can't remember who Shrek was. Was that Matoma? I think Shrek might be Matoma. I can't remember. I believe so, though. In fact, I'm pretty certain it was, because he was playing with us most of the day. This is from the day of the 2.02 party, or what have you. Looks like Laz Pacino, I'm just gonna call him Lazarus. Lazarus will begin fighting my hordes of orcs here that I will be sending his way. I have gone for a Haradrim Palace, and I will be getting some Haradrim Lancers from that, because this is a good map for Haradrim Lancers. It's a very large map. So cavalry is always a good choice.
We bring swords from Lorien.
He looks like he's added another goblin cave. He didn't have enough to begin with, so now he's able to keep so many goblins on the field at once. It's insane. Not a bad strategy, if I'm honest. It looks like I am having an issue here. Some wildmen with torches and some Uruk-hai in shield formation. Going to begin wrecking my shit here. I am going to lose my newly built Horadrim Palace, which is unfortunate. Didn't even get a chance to build any Lancers. And I will have issues dealing with this, although I have 4 battalions of Orc Archers. So those should be able to do the trick there. Meanwhile, it's like Goblins and Dwarves picking off those wildmen with torches as well. And Shrek harassing the Elven player Tormund here. Sending some stuff his way. Doesn't look like Tormund has too much in the way of an army. He's getting more though. He's offering his bows from Lorien. Why? I don't understand how I all of a sudden start like observing someone. It's weird. I should start off observing all players. I never switched. Anyway, looks like bushit will be pushing forward on Lazarus, and I will probably be doing the same once I get a chance. I do have Gothmog out on the field, as he is a great hero to build with your Orc warriors, because he does get that Day of the Orc, which is quite good. It's leadership for Orcs, which is always good. I do love Mordor in this patch. Even in the last patch, Mordor is just great. Even in old Battle for Middle-earth, I love Mordor. Just my favorite team, I guess. But I mean, they're really good in this patch. Like, the Orc Archers are actually useful. Orc Warriors aren't complete garbage. I mean, they're not overpowered as well, though. It seems a lot more balanced and really nice, which is really what 2.02 is going for, and something I really like. So, I mean, if you're looking for a more balanced version of this game, I'd say this patch is definitely probably the most balanced version yet. Possibly. Because that is what they're going for, obviously. They wouldn't want to release something blatantly overpowered, but I'm sure a few things are more overpowered than others still. Looks like I will be helping push it out, take out these Uruk-hai. Not that he needs it. Oh, that's not bushit. That's a Shrek or Matoma. I'm gonna call him Shrek because I'm not sure it's Matoma. I can't remember, so I'm sure he does. Looks like bushit pushing forward, trying to take out this mine. Not gonna happen. And there's enough Isengard troops coming out to stop him. And it looks like Raven's in a bit of trouble here. Although his partner is here to help. So Tormund has lots of archers ready to assist, and some Lorien warriors as well. Does he have armor? No. They look like they have the armor upgrade already, don't they? But they do not. And Lazarus using the ward pack to great effect. They're actually really good for harassing farms now. They do get the howl, so they benefit from the howl that the Warg Riders get. And they're still very fast. Pretty effective against units. Decently tanky. And as you see, they do a good amount of damage to farms there. So if you weren't using Warg packs before, maybe you might want to rethink your strategies a bit. I think Warg packs are actually pretty useful nowadays. Although it looks like Shrek will be raiding up here. There's a lot of Goblin Warriors against these Wargs. I don't know if Wargs can actually trample. Obviously Warg Riders can, but I don't know if the Warg itself can. Warg pack. Seems the Goblin Warriors are doing decently against them, but they are falling quite quickly, I would imagine. These Goblin Warriors pretty much died at one hit into anything. And now Tormund will begin pushing forward on Shrek here. He does have some Lancers as well as some Archers and stuff. Although, Shrek having a million Goblin Warriors and a million Goblin Caves to produce said warriors, I don't think he'll have too much to worry about there. If his army dies, he'll build a new one immediately. And it looks like I'm pushing forward with Shrek here. Put a lot of pressure on Lazarus. I do have lots of archers here. And I do have no pikemen, actually. Lazarus really should go for warrior riders. Possibly. If, well, I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if wargs can actually trample. If they can, then I guess they'd do fine. I did hear a Mumakil, though, which I do remember building. There it is. My favorite unit in the game, obviously. I'm sure well if you are aware. I do love me the Mumuk. Oh, looks like a Raven pushing forward on bushit here with a pretty sizable force. Although Prince Bran getting an amazing shot off on that bunch of guys. Pretty brutal. Did kill quite a few of them. But he did put his guys in defensive or shield stance, which is good. Looks like hobbits are being summoned behind. While he will do a good amount of damage here, bushit using the Vial of Galadriel, which will cause terror in all these units. Always use the Vial of Galadriel when you summon hobbits, people. It's useful as hell. It's a free fear. Might as well use it. Looks like Gothmog and my orc army pushing forward. And Lazarus Lurtz is running for his life as Gothmog is very red, very pissed. And I do need to get my Mumakil over there immediately. Once that happens, things will go quite well for us. It looks like we do have a Drogoth on our side as well, which is going to prove quite useful indeed. Oh yeah, it is Matoma. I remember him sending me a lot of money. So Shrek is Matoma. I'm certain he did send me a lot of cash this game. So I was able to fund my war effort quite nicely. As he's just building a lot of Goblin Warriors, probably using Scavenger. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the powers there. Tormund Elf has heal and 9 power points. Bushit Dwarves has... Ooh, Lurt's getting trampled there. Getting a good charge off on these guys. Moonmkill's just so strong. Anyways, rebuild. Some hobbits and rally call. Raven has 11 power points with more chance. Possibly get a 10 power point very soon. I have the Eye and Arrowwilly at 5 power points. Lazarus has Devastation, Creebane, and 10 power points. And Shrek has Scavenger, obviously, and War Chant. Yeah. So far, that's the powers. Nothing too exciting there, but not too bad either. And I am keeping up the pressure on Lazarus. Hopefully I'm keeping my macro up. I have transitioned into Black Orcs, which have been changed in this patch as well. They're 250, and they are still pretty tough. So they are pretty useful now. Since Mordor is more of a spam faction, the Black Orc fits a little better into the team now. Because I think before they were like 400 or 500, which is not really something you could spam. But they're not completely overpowered to the point where if you spam them, they will just be brutally overpowered, which is good. Like I said, balance is great. And this Mumakil is just doing work. It's taking out lots of barracks. Killed some heroes. Looks like my Gothmog has also killed a lot of stuff. He's also level 6, so he's got Day of the Orc. Well, he got that level 5. I do need to get him out of there, though, as he is not in any position to be tanking all these arrows. And now the Mumik attacking the fortress. That's bad news for Lazarus, indeed. Doesn't seem I have started my forward base yet. Not that I'm going to be, of course. Wink, wink. Let's go over here for a minute. Looks like Bushit is securing the middle. He has taken out a army here. He has the outpost as well. So Raven will be needing to rebuild his troops, looks like. Tormund doing a decent job holding off Matoma here. He has lots and lots of archers, holy crap. Spider Riders would be insane right now. I'm fairly certain, yeah, it looks like he will be going for that, actually. Oh, looks like Mumakil was killed. So Lazarus will begin trying to fight his way back into this game. He has been under serious pressure from me and my allies here. As the dwarves have been attacking him, goblins have been attacking him, I have been attacking him. So he has definitely felt the pressure. And of course, I see no reason not to. As he is the best player on their team, might as well kill him off first. It just makes the most sense, right? I would think so. Sometimes doubling a person you know is better is actually probably a good idea. I would think, at least. Looks like my macro has slipped a bit. I'm just now starting to get troops. I could have been expanding my farms a lot more. I remember I wasn't. I was like, oh yeah, I should build some farms, like 5 minutes later. It slips my mind when I'm playing the game. That's why I'm not very good. But at least my partners are doing well, and I'm not in any danger. Bushit's Men of Dale are tearing it up over here, as well as Prince Brand. He is level 9 now. Definitely doing some work there. Slurts possibly might want to start shooting. Or is just sitting there cheering on his troops, not actually helping. Is he in sword mode? Lurtz is in bow mode. Okay, now he's in sword mode. I was gonna say, he ran in there to melee in bow mode. Well, looks like the elven army is a bit smaller than last time I looked. Possibly an arrow volley hit them or something. But they are next to a healing well, so they will heal up quite nicely. So she gets flooded at level 6 in this patch, eh? Okay. I wasn't aware of that. Good to know. As I haven't actually played with Galadriel in this patch. Not Galadriel, Arwen. I haven't played with Galadriel in this patch either, though. So that's fair enough. Looks like I have another Mooma kill, and I'll begin pushing forward once again. This time I have Black Orcs as support, which is nice. And I do have Gothmog to give them leadership as well. And some Easterlings, which are always a good addition to your army. I do have Malthasaran as well, which is good. Something to keep him alive. He is running through some pikemen there. There he goes. And now once again I'll be raiding Lazarus's lands. Trying to gain some power points, some advantage. Using the Moo Kill to take out some outlying stuff here. Although his army is cleaning up my army pretty nicely there. And he is using Sharku to kill off my archers with some Orc Riders. As well as Lurtz. And there it is. My forward base starts. Building a great siege works there. And this Mumakil looking to get something done. At least it walked over to those guys and killed them all except for one. Nope, killed him too. Ooh, getting a good charge off on Lurtz, immediately killing him. Lurtz had no time to react. Sharku might even die here. Mumakil, you don't want to go near the Mumakil with a hero, which is pretty much a death sentence. Moomkills are just so strong. Gothmog wailing away at this base here. Let's go over here for a second. Seems there's a worm building or burning some structures. Elves definitely having a tough time. They're gonna lose their forge too, that sucks. So they lost their upgraded barracks and a forge. Drogoth here with a giant army of dwarves as well. Raven looking in a lot of trouble. So the top team in general just looking to be in a lot of trouble. Malthasaran running away. Although I did run away, making sure not to give him sight on this. Can he see this with his fort? Oh, he doesn't even have the bats. Or the birds. He doesn't have the birds on his fort, so he can't actually see. Which is ideal, I guess. If he could, he wouldn't see it. Sounds like I'm getting another Moo kill. Continuing to pump him out. Yeah, as you see the goblins, let me go back. He has almost 8 grand there. So he's definitely got the money to do things here. So he'll begin sending his allies money, I would imagine. As he doesn't really need it as goblins. He's built Drogoth. He's spamming goblins. What would he need it for? I guess he could give Forged Blades to all his goblins there. But we should do a good job of splitting his army, avoiding arrow volley. So we'll play there. If you didn't know, pressing X actually makes your troops scatter if you have them selected. So Good thing to keep in mind when an arrow volley is incoming, press X. Make your guys all run in different directions. Really helps. Also put them in defensive stance, or hold ground stance. I always call it defensive stance, but hold ground stance. Oh, looks like we got some Earth Deathbringers here. Very powerful Uruk unit indeed. And it will begin wailing away at Bushit's stuff here. Deathbringers are not something you see every game, but they are definitely very strong. Second minion, Drummer Troll. Drummer Troll, another unit that has been buffed in this patch. Drummer Trolls are pretty nice now. A bit more tanky. And a little bit more useful. Although I don't think Drummer Troll's leadership stacks with Gothmog, so I don't know if having both of them with the orcs would be beneficial to anything, but I guess it would be to the Easterlings and stuff. Although I could be wrong, it might stack. Although I don't think so, because I think they're both a form of leadership. Even though it's called Day of the Orc. Although I don't see Gothmog anywhere on the field anyway. It's just a cool unit in general. I mean, you got a war drum. How cool is that? But they do come with a fear as well. Roar is quite useful to be used. Looks like Shrek has a lot of Goblin Spider Raiders here. Oh, that's gonna be brutal. Ouch. Raven learning his lesson quite hard there. Definitely needed the pikes. He was building some, but they weren't out in time. Seems Tormund is still alive and kicking. He did take a lot of damage when that worm happened. He seems to be okay for now. Although bushit and Shrek are doing pretty easily over there. They should be just fine. Looks like I've got catapults, I've got black orcs, Mumakil, drummer trolls, Easterlings. I got a very assorted army here. That's what I was going for, really. I was trying to use like everything. Not everything, but like just having a diverse army. Not only is it just cool, but I mean it's pretty effective. Drummer troll getting a bit out of position there. That did happen, so I lost that pretty quickly. Sauron does have his level 4 ability he could use if he wanted to. I do have a catapult firing on Lord Lazarus' base here, which is not good for him. It's not doing a whole lot. It actually hit the tower there first, but it will start wrecking some shit very soon. It doesn't do a lot of damage, actually. Mordor catapults don't do much damage to an upgraded fortress from Isengard, apparently. I guess that's what you get for having cheap catapults. He does have some Deathbringers out, though, as well as Lurts. Getting a good cripple off of him in Mouth of Sauron. So I have a lot of orc archers here to help keep my guy alive there. Orc archers working desperately to try and bring these down. And they might actually just do it. There's Drogoth. And there's all the rest of the flying units. We have every flying unit our team can have. Like I said, Matoma sent me money, so I bought all 3 flying heroes. And that will definitely spell doom for Lazarus. Although he is demolishing his stuff and he is out of the game now. As he has crumbled to the pressure of being doubled by me and Matoma here. But he fought quite well. Of course, Lazarus being way better than I am. This is just a lucky game, really. I lost to him a lot of times today. Or that day, I should say. And of course, I don't cast games that are completely one-sided. I mean, this wasn't completely one-sided. It was entertaining, at least. But a lot of the games I played that day were just like... I got crushed quick. Every game, and it's like, I don't want to make a video of this. Not that I want to glorify myself. I only put up replays of ones I win. But I tend to do that anyway, so take that with a grain of salt. In come the flying units, in come the Ents, and this fortress is going to go bye-bye very quickly. Still get some little catapults and stuff. Tormund leading the way. These are actually Tormund's Ents, of course. Tormund trying to fight them. Balrog being summoned in. Balrog is this Shrek. That's Balrog, of course. Goblins. Probably the only team that has Balrog. No, I guess I could have a Balrog. I don't know. Raven has been defeated. And now the only player that remains is poor old Tormund. Who, as you might imagine, probably doesn't have much of a chance at this point. This game is just about over here. Although Arwen putting up a last defense, trying to kill the Balrog. I don't think it's going to happen. Seems the Witch King is actually pretty tanky for a flying unit. Taking a lot of arrow fire there, but Tormund has left the game as well. So yeah, that was an entertaining 3v3, I thought. Might have been a bit slightly one-sided, but sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But well played to everyone in that match. I had fun in that game, which is really what I play the game for. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.02 version 5.01. See you next time.